as well.
Yeah, I kind of feel like he's done what he's needed to do. He's made that belt like well established now since he's won it, and of course, you know, Owens had it for a while, and then it was Goldberg for a month. My God. And then it's Brock, and Brock's, you know, gone. But it's just a shame, Matt, that they didn't let Braun have a little go. You know what I mean? Like, even if just get that guy, because I think he's there. I think this should be him rolling into WrestleMania himself, and I wouldn't have mind seeing him go in challenge for that title or have the title going into WrestleMania. Because, like you say, Roman and Brock sell themselves, so why not have Braun Strowman? You know, as this sort of guy who's got a ton of momentum right now from the fans. They, you know, let him chase, because, you know, the chase is sometimes better than the catch, and let him chase it to WrestleMania, you know, and by the time he gets there, fans will be really itching for him to get that belt, his first title, and, you know, that would have been so much better. But, Matt, being that said, regardless of whether Brock does walk into WrestleMania, and I've got a feeling he will be the Universal Champion there, because he's still got it now, but he's still booked for the Royal Rumble date, Matt. Who is likely to be the challenger there, Matt? Is there anybody that springs out at you that would that will be getting that opportunity, Matt, at this point, that hasn't sort of faced him? Because I'm guessing they'll put someone maybe fresh against him, but I could be wrong. But is there anybody that springs out at you at the moment?
There really isn't really anybody that stands out, because you've got to be on a whole different level to kind of get that match with Brock. Now,
Shane McMahon.
You got to be booked like that for sure. I think personally, considering, like, I think AJ could have been a tester to see whether a guy that size can engage the audience and, you know, can work with Brock and do that well. I think if that was the case, then maybe someone like Finn Balor would be the way.
Yeah. I mean, that was the match that was going around for so long for SummerSlam, but it didn't pan off being a one-on-one type thing. I ended up doing the Fatal 4-Way, but yeah, that would be pretty cool. I mean, there's nobody that jumps out at me as being a legitimate threat to Brock, considering AJ Styles is without a doubt the you know, he's a champion himself, and even he can't beat him. So it's like, you know, who is left? It's incredible. What do? Put tag teams up against him? It's ridiculous. You know, it would surprise me if they did the whole Shield at some point. But yeah, it's fascinating to see how that's going to work. I've got a feeling Royal Rumble looks like it's going to be set up for a Roman type victory at the moment. I mean, I'm guessing the Shield are going to play a part. I mean, I don't know. I just got a feeling, it's a bad feeling, that it's going to be a Roman night again. I don't know why it should be, but because they really don't need to do that. But if the title is involved in their match, then he's got to get there somehow, and it'll either be one of them. It'll either be at the moment the odds are saying Cena. And I guess they're looking at maybe then I can't imagine that means Cena and AJ. They've got to be looking at Jinder being the Cena opponent. But yeah, it's interesting the way that'll go. But yeah, other than Finn Balor, I can't really. There's nobody that's coming off the page, because I can't see them, Matt, going with Braun Strowman again and going through that again, because that's just going to kind of be a bit of more of a blow to Braun at that stage, when you need him to be quite a little bit more protected there. So yeah, I'm not sure where they go with on that one, but interesting to see going forward. Okay, I'm going to try and go through some of the questions. I'll try and lump them together, because some of them do sort of hit the same ballpark. So a lot of people, Matt, here have been saying, why wasn't Jinder Mahal at all booked? Like, why didn't he even come on the show? Or they were expecting him to interfere somewhere. Matt, have you heard anything that I haven't about Jinder Mahal? Because some people are saying, has he been suspended? Has he breached something? You know, is there a wellness policy with this? As far as I'm aware, there's nothing like that, Matt. From what I've heard, is there anything you've heard, Matt, that you can think of? Why?
The only thing I heard a while back was he had like a minor shoulder injury. You know, he was working some live events with some kinesio tape on his shoulder.
Yep.
that's not a big deal to him. Considering they wouldn't let him go on TV with it, is not a major deal. So I can't see any real reason to keep him off of the show. And I think he was a noticeable absentee, really. And particularly like when you think some of the people that did make onto the show, I think that he was more than capable of actually making an appearance.
Yeah, I mean, he should have got involved even at the end, like this SmackDown vs Raw. He would have been there, like. But it's weird they didn't work him into anything, like not even an interview, nothing. It's so odd that he was booked against Brock and then nothing. So it is strange. I doubt we'll ever see Jinder versus Brock the way everything's set at the moment, but ever again. But such an odd thing. Yeah, can't really answer that question, I'm afraid, guys. But one thing I will say is there's no wellness policy given here. They have to they do statements like that now. If a guy is picked up like that, they literally will they're quite transparent with that type of stuff. There's nothing in there about that. All I've read is that Vince McMahon just decided on the night of the SmackDown tapings that he would put the belt with AJ, and that the plan was that AJ would actually initially lose to Jinder Mahal in that last match, because if you looked at it in terms of the rubber match, it actually made more sense that Jinder would win that match and not AJ. So really come out of left field that, and I'm not sure if Jinder wins back Tuesday. I'm not sure how much I'll enjoy that, to be quite honest with you. But I do want to see Jinder have a good run. But I just think like, wow, they've literally picked that just for that match with AJ Styles to just have that belt for like what? How many days is that, Matt? What, 10, 12 days? It's just kind of weird.
It does kind of bug me, especially when you look on SmackDown as well, and you saw that promo Daniel Bryan cut, and he tried to do the Paul Heyman speech. He said AJ was the reigning and undisputed SmackDown. He didn't even give Jinder his rematch. Of course, it's disputed.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a hell of a point. Yeah, so can't really sum that up. The other questions we got here as well, we got a lot of that I'm just clicking around here at the moment, is about it's about the women. Lots of questions here, like about Bayley, Matt. I know we tried to go on this last time, and a lot of people saying the same about Sasha Banks. Why are these two, from what again? Why are these two not? Why haven't they gone any further? And why do they always seem to be going backwards? Why is nobody doing anything with their character? And why are they treating Bayley so bad? I cannot answer that, because I am as blown away, I'm as gobsmacked as everybody else is, because I think Bayley, when I looked at her on paper, she should easily be one of the biggest stars on the roster, male or female, like merch-wise, fan support, the kids, everything else, her performance in the ring. She's an all-round talent. She's a likeable person, but now, my God, she was getting booed a few months ago. That's how downhill that's gone. And Sasha Banks had all the attitude, all the charisma as a heel, a baby face. I don't buy it. I think she should have turned heel ages ago. Don't know why they're waiting around for this. Matt, is there anything you can shed a light on? I know we talked about this last time, but it seems like everybody's really the same about this, and people are kind of concerned, like, are they in the WWE's bad books for some reason? I've heard nothing about that. It's odd, isn't it, Matt, how much potential we saw in these two, and yet since they've been on the main roster, they've had their little runs, but really, you've got to say, Matt, they have gone way back here in terms of progress.
Yeah, and it does kind of confuse me, because I do kind of like. I mean, I'm a fan of both these girls, so it is a bit of a worry. I'm not too concerned though, because they still got long careers ahead of them. I just assume that WWE overlooks them towards these other women who they think they might not have so much time with. Yeah. But even that in itself is not good justification for the way they're treated. I think in particular Bayley has it the worst, because she can be looked upon as kind of WWE's mascot at this point. It's like her in-ring work is almost now looked upon secondary to her fan interaction side, which is like why we're seeing stuff like we did at Survivor Series when she's helping people get engaged in that, and it's not really where the focus should be on.
Yeah, utter nonsense that. Yeah, no, totally agree. I think Matt's right there with all that. Can't put it any better. Let's go on a few other things. A few people fascinating. They're saying that how much of a shambles the main event was. Complete cock-ups, says DX1. Did not enjoy any bit of that. Now, Jimbo... Let's get on your email. Jimbo, Wrestler Squad number 9, has emailed us in, and he's put completely disappointed, but didn't expect too much. So I'm gonna stay subscribed. What else does he put? Main event horrible, terribly booked. Seems to be the same every year in these matches at the moment. Loved AJ Styles versus Brock. Would love to see these two guys go at it again. Definitely worth a rematch if ever. Most of the card was average. So yeah, Jimbo, probably agree with you on that one. Don't really have too much. DX1's also emailed twice. He's got so Matt, interesting point here. Talking about Shane McMahon, why he's gone on a bit of a rant here. Why, for some reason, they do what, you know, rate Shane McMahon. Has he got like a fan fest that we don't know about? From my money, Matt, I mean, Shane's popular, but he's not popular as in keep him around and let's watch him wrestle all the time, is he? Because even at WrestleMania, Matt, there were boos for Shane in that match with AJ Styles when AJ was supposedly the heel, and that told me that people were getting a little bit sick and tired of seeing Shane in these matches. Were you surprised, Matt, that he didn't get more of a sort of bad reaction last night, or do you think it's just because we were left with Triple H and Kurt Angle and people just were like, oh, it is this? Because I was surprised fans didn't sort of, like, if I was there, I'd have been a little bit like pissed off a little bit and like, you know, this is what you're giving me, this is what I've stayed, you know, this is what I paid for, this. Shane McMahon, you know, right at the end, it would have probably got my nerves a bit. Now, I know everyone was excited when Braun got in there and, you know, it paid off well because he beat the holy crap out of Triple H, but were you surprised, Matt, that you didn't get sort of, the fans didn't turn on that a little bit?
Yeah, I think it was almost a case of people not knowing quite what to think. I think if Braun had been counted out by this point or something along those lines, and we were just left in the ring with Kurt Angle, Triple H and Shane, I think then, you know, the revolt would have began, because it would have been like, oh, okay, what year is this? Like, I stopped watching wrestling like over 10 years ago and it feels like I'm still there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a throwback, isn't it? Okay, let's just take a few other points here from people before we get to the end of the show. What do you think? So Raw tonight, Matt. A lot of people speculating that we may find out we may get a clue as to Brock Lesnar's next opponent. Would you expect that this early, Matt? Because I know that Brock's got very limited dates, so they would want to try and build something towards it. Do you think they might be planting a seed tonight for that?
God, they'd have to pull a real surprise out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, if they were going to announce his number one contender on Raw, because nobody really had a great showing at that Survivor Series. There was no one that stood head and shoulders above anyone else. I mean, even if Triple H were to say, I'm the number one contender, I wouldn't believe that, because he was laid out by Braun.
Yeah.
So unless they're going to go with Braun again, but that would be a very short-sighted decision, unless they're going to give the heavyweight title to Braun. I mean, that is a possibility, and that is something that I would be all for, but I just feel like they're so single-minded right now that they can't see beyond Brock Lesnar. Sure.
Okay, last question. It's an interesting one here. This is from Davis from Cardiff. He says, guys, I am a fan of Roman Reigns. I wish I'd read this one out because I don't think I've ever heard this before. Well done, Davis. But can you tell me where on earth the Shield will go It seems like the plan was a month ago, but they had to keep them around further because Roman got ill. Where do you think they will go towards WrestleMania? Do you think they'll be kept together for that long? If so,